a pathway which can enable you to travel to UK, or rather to relocate to UK in 2024 or 2025 together with your family? Is there an easy pathway that can enable you to relocate to UK hassle-free and offer you visa sponsorship? And the answer is yes. The majority of people are now using this secret. It's not a secret because I'm going to be talking about it in today's video. The majority of people are using this visa route to relocate to UK. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down to you what this visa route is all about, what the eligibility criteria is, what the requirements are, and what it is that you can actually do for you to be able to relocate to UK in 2024. And I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how you can actually apply to these jobs and relocate to UK. If you are coming across my beautiful face for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Pauline Popomoyo. In this channel, I share information on how you can relocate to overseas without breaking a bank. I also share my life in the UK, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre. And if that sounds like content that you're interested in, kindly smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss when I come and upload videos related to migration or related to life in the UK. So I'm going to start by greeting you guys. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. Good morning, Malta Pedro, Bridget, Stachisiwe, Biba, Bridget Okafo. Good morning. How are you? I am doing good. As you can see, guys, I'm looking fantastic. I can see that I'm looking fantastic. Jokes. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking to you about the charity worker visa. And before you disappear and go away, because I've mentioned the word charity worker visa, there are so many benefits to this visa. That's why I'm bringing it to you so that you get to know everything about this visa and why you should apply to UK and come and work as a charity worker. So if you are talking of the charity worker visa, guys, good morning, Eda. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming to join me on this live. So now, let me give you the details. Charity worker visa. So when we're talking of the charity worker visa, guys, this visa route, normally they say you're not supposed to be paid. It's like you're doing volunteer work here in the UK. But before you say, oh, volunteer work, I cannot come and work as a volunteer, there are so many advantages to this visa route. So, one, this visa route offers you visa sponsorship, which means you can relocate from whether you're in South Africa or in Nigeria or whatever. They can offer you visa sponsorship to relocate and come and work here in UK as a volunteer. Even if they say you're not going to be getting paid, they are going to be giving you a stipend. I don't know whether they call it stipend or stipend, but you know what I mean, guys. They're going to be giving you a stipend so that you are able to what? To actually get by. You're able to, whether you're buying your food or whatever. And the beauty of this visa route is that they'll provide you with everything that you need. They provide you with accommodation. They provide you with food. They provide you with basics that you need on a daily basis, right? Another big advantage of this visa route is that it enables you to move together with your family. If it enables you to move together with your family, it simply means that this is a great advantage because if, let's say, you're a husband and wife, if you move with your wife, if she meets the eligibility criteria to move with you to the UK, what do I mean by eligibility criteria? One, you have to be married or you have to be living together for at least 2 years to show the evidence of your relationship. And if you move together to the UK, your spouse, whether it's your husband or it's your wife, your spouse is able to undertake any job within the United Kingdom. In the event that you move by yourself, the beauty of this visa is that you are able to switch. You understand, guys? You can switch, for example, if you want to switch to a skilled worker visa. There are a lot of people out there who are still struggling to get care assistant jobs, right? There are a lot of people who've been applying for care assistant jobs and they've not been able to secure jobs in the UK. So you can come to the UK via the charity worker visa route, and you are able to switch from the charity worker visa route to work in any other field, whether it's skilled worker or any other visa route that you want to work in, right, guys? If you have any questions, guys, as you are going along here, please do post your questions here. I'll be able to answer any of your questions. I can see that a lot of people are commenting. And another thing, may you kindly like this video and kindly share it with people who are interested in relocating to UK either in 2024 or in 2025. Guys, the companies are already looking for people to come and work in UK in 2024, 2025. I was checking before I do a video. I go and check whether there are companies which are hiring, of which I'm going to do a separate video on companies which are hiring with visa sponsorship. There are already companies which are taking applications for people to come and start in March, for people to come and start in April, and I'll share those companies with you in a separate video. Now, I'm going to give you examples of what charity work is all about. So if you're looking at charity work, I'm sure most of us know a lot of charity organizations. It can be a charity organization for children. It can be for, here in UK, for example, it can be for dementia patients, it can be children, it can be, you can actually work for charity organizations as a support worker, because I've seen posts where they need volunteer people who come and work as support workers. You can work in food distribution. You can work with animals. Like, for example, you can go and work in a zoo where they take care of animals, where you'll be helping with taking care of animals, whatever role that they give you in any of these organizations, right? And most of the time, charity organizations all over, it can be a church as well, right? It can be a church, the different church organizations. I'm sure most of us who go to church, if you look at your churches, they actually do charity work, like whether they are providing relief or they're providing food or whatever to the people who are less privileged or something along those lines. So it can be any of those organizations. And at the present moment, as I am speaking, I checked, there are 1,317 companies here in the United Kingdom which are under the list of licensed sponsors, which can actually give you visa sponsorship for you to be able to move to UK as a charity worker. So if you are interested, you can go and check out all those companies and start applying now, because a lot of people are now targeting this visa route simply because you are able to bring your family to UK together with you. That one is very important, because if you look at the care worker visa route, a lot of people begged. They're no longer applying for the health and care worker visa route because no one wants to leave their family behind. But this visa route gives you an opportunity to relocate together with your family, and you can find your feet together with your family here in the United Kingdom, right? So now I'm going to tell you the eligibility criteria. What is it that is needed from you to be able to relocate to UK as a charity worker? One, you have to have interest in doing charity work, or you also have to have, let me say, experience in doing charity work or volunteer work. I'm sure most of us have done charity work or volunteer work one way or the other. Even people who were like, what do you call this? People who wanted to come here as care workers, to come and work as care workers. Some of them were doing charity work. Some of them were doing volunteer work in care homes, volunteer work in old people's homes, volunteer work in hospitals. That experience that you have as a volunteer is very vital. You can actually use it to apply for a charity worker visa here in the United Kingdom. Not only that, if you don't have volunteer work, if you have transferable skills that you can use, for example, you're a good team player and all that, you can take those transferable skills and use them to apply for a charity worker visa, right? 2, you need to be at least 18 years and above. And 3, obviously, you need to have a valid passport. If you look at charity organizations, they can actually offer you a visa, maybe even for 1 year. And after that 1 year, it's either you switch to another visa. If you have finished your 1 year working for that organization, you can switch to another visa route, right, guys? Then you also need, it's either, because the charity organizations, some of these charity organizations, if you look at maybe things like the World Health Organization and UNICEF, those are charity organizations and stuff like that. They've got lots and lots of money, guys. So most of these charity organizations, not all of them though, they can offer you proof of funds, like in your certificate of sponsorship. They can indicate that they're going to finance you to be able to locate to UK. What do I mean by finance? It's not like they're going to give you cash. They are simply going to, let's say, in your certificate of sponsorship, because that is one of the things that you need to apply for a visa. If they offer you a certificate of sponsorship, usually they say you need to have proof of funds of £1,270. Some of the charity organizations, because they've got money, they can actually pay for your, they can actually indicate in your certificate of sponsorship that they're going to provide you with proof of funds. Even if they're not going to give you those funds, they're going to be able to take care of you when you relocate here to UK, because the whole purpose of having proof of funds is to enable you to what? To get by when you're here in UK. So they are going to be able to provide all those things that you need, whether it's accommodation, whether it's everything. They're going to provide everything for you. You're not going to be paying any rent and all those things. You understand, guys? So that is another thing. If your organization says they're going to pay, fair enough. If they're not going to pay, because it's not all organizations that are able to pay, you need proof of funds of £1,270. And I know a lot of people have been paying over £10,000 to get a certificate of sponsorship to come to UK. So I know £1,270 will not be a struggle for some people. You understand, guys, right? And then you get a certificate of sponsorship, obviously. You apply to a company which is hiring from overseas and offering visa sponsorship. You get your certificate of sponsorship, and after that, you simply apply and you relocate to UK to come and work as a volunteer worker. It is very simple and straightforward. And at the present moment, they are currently looking for people to come and work here in the UK. Plenty organizations are actually hiring. So do you have any questions so far? Damian, what is this channel about? This channel is about a relocation. I share content on how you can migrate to overseas, including countries like United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia, Republic of Ireland, France, whatever country has got opportunities for people who are overseas. I come and share information in this channel. That is what this channel is about. I also share my life here in the UK, the good part, the ugly part, the bizarre part, everything to do with my life here in the UK. I also share it on this channel. And if that sounds like something you might be interested in, do smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss when I come and upload my videos. And do me a favor and share this video with your friends who might be interested to relocate to UK under this visa route. Now I'm going to take some questions, guys. How much are the ranges of stipends, and what happens to the school of the children? School of the children, are they going to pay for them? Okay, first of all, I'll answer the second part. Stipend, it depends on the organization, because not all organizations are the same, right? I cannot expect UNICEF to pay you the same money as Red Cross. It depends on how much money they have, but they have to make sure that the money that they pay you is not too much money, because once they are paying you too much money, then you need to report to HMRC, which means you have to start paying tax and all that. So, which means the stipend is going to be money which is going to enable you to get by. And the beauty of it is that if you are coming under this visa route, You can do charity. You've got 20 hours of additional work. You can undertake 20 hours and work somewhere, for 20 hours within the charity where you're going to be getting paid for those 20 hours, like an additional 20 hours where you can do your extra 20 hours and get money for those 20 hours aside. So it depends on organizations. It's not a fixed amount because stipend is not fixed. Depends on how much the organization has. Secondly, you ask if they're going to be taking care of, I'm thinking you refer to fees. Are they going to be paying fees for children? The beauty of the United Kingdom is that education is absolutely free for children. Education is free from primary all the way to secondary until they finish their A levels. They don't pay a single dime. All they need to do is to present themselves to school because the government takes care of everything. And if you are in places like Scotland, if you've been there maybe for at least 3 years in Scotland, you can even have education free up to university level. They do not pay for university level. So if you bring your children to UK, it's not something that you need to worry about because education is absolutely free. I have never paid a single cent towards fees or anything of that sort here in the UK. So you don't need to worry about education. That is the beauty of living and working in the United Kingdom. Free education for your children, right? And then someone says, are they going to pay for them? Where can we get these companies? All right. I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to show you how you can get these companies which are offering visa sponsorship. There are 1,317 companies. When I checked this morning, there were 1,317 companies in the government's list of licensed sponsors, which means these companies are licensed to sponsor you from overseas. We've got different charity organizations, but when you are applying to come here to the United Kingdom, you need to specifically apply through companies which are licensed to sponsor you from overseas. So what I'm going to do is I'll take examples of companies which are hiring from overseas at the present moment. First of all, I'll show you how you can access the companies. Then I'll also give you examples of companies which are currently open and are hiring and offering visa sponsorship. Most likely, I'll drop the video tomorrow. Later tomorrow, I'll drop the video later tomorrow. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss when I upload this video tomorrow, right? So, and then you see the step-by-step that you need to take for you to get those companies. And I'll also probably do a separate video on how you can draft your CV, because last time I came and presented to you guys and said there are farm worker jobs with visa sponsorship. I can help you with your CVs for farm worker jobs with visa sponsorship. I can also help you with your CVs for child work visa, right? But the problem is a lot of people reached out to me wanting to have the CVs done for child work, but for farm work, right? But when I asked, do you have a CV at hand so that I can see the CV? They didn't have a CV. Do you have any experience? They had absolutely nothing. So they wanted me, the majority of people wanted me to cook a CV for them. I don't cook CVs, guys. You come with your CV or you come with your rough draft. This is what I have. These are the skills that I have. This is the experience that I am. So, and I draft and make your CV to suit whatever organization you are applying to. You understand, guys? All right. Yeah, welcome. Cooking. Is there a specific link or one can just search for these organizations? Okay, I think I've already answered this question. How can we get the link to the charity organizations? Tomorrow, I'm dropping the video on how you can get the link to charity organizations, how you can access charity organizations, and how you can apply to these charity organizations, because there are already some which are already hiring from overseas for early next year, right? Hi, do you assist in the crafting of the CVs as well as the whole process? If I ask, yes, I do assist with the drafting of the CV as well as the cover letter. I'll leave the link in the description box. If you need help with your CVs, you just use the link in the description box. Right, you look beautiful. Thank you. So to take you back, what to ask about fruit picker? Are we allowed to go with our dependents? Okay, so the disadvantage of the farm worker jobs is that it depends on which visa route you undertake. When it comes to farm worker jobs, they are subdivided into two. There is a temporary work visa and there is a skilled work visa under the farm worker jobs, right? If you come under the temporary work visa, it's only for 6 months and you cannot bring your dependents. It's only this charity worker visa where you are able to bring your dependents. You understand? Secondly, the skilled worker visa under the farm worker jobs, if you choose to come to UK using the skilled worker visa for farm worker jobs, you are able to bring in your dependents. But you have to go through the whole process of writing your IELTS as well. They need an IELTS band score of 4 so that you're able to get a visa from UKVI, because the eligibility criteria for visas is IELTS UKVI a band score of 4. So if you're using the charity worker visa and the farm worker visa route or the fruit picker or whatever visa route, if you want to bring your dependents, you use the skilled worker. If you're not going to be able to bring your dependents, you are going to use the temporal worker visa route. So that's the difference between the two. If you're a skilled worker, you bring your dependents. If you're a temporal worker, you're not able to bring your dependents. You come and work here in the UK, earn your money, earn your £2,200 or whatever amount every month for 6 months or for 1 year. And then after that 1 year, you go back to your country and then you can reapply, because there are people who've been doing this back and forth for years and years and years, 5 years, 6 years, doing that, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You understand? Just taking a break, then coming back whenever the new season comes in. So that will all depend on the visa route that you choose. Please help, I'm struggling with CV. For CVs, I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that you apply. This charity visa work, do I have to write IELTS? No. If you are coming using the charity worker visa route, you do not need to write IELTS. That's the beauty of this visa. You don't need to write IELTS because it falls under the temporal visa route, so you don't need to write IELTS. I don't have experience on my CV. It's sometimes it's not the experience that you need. Like I've already said, if you have got transferable skills, are you a caring someone? Are you a loving someone? Are you a compassionate someone? Are you an understanding someone? Are you someone who's patient? Are you someone who's willing to help? Do you have all those attributes of people? Because like when it comes to charity work, this is volunteer work. It needs, those characteristics of a carer. If you've been applying for care jobs, those characteristics of a carer are the same characteristics that you need, because you'll be dealing with people, whether they're dealing with children, whether they're dealing with the sick, whether they're dealing with the elderly, whether they're dealing with. That's why I'm saying even under the charity worker visa route, you do find that they need support workers who are going to be caring for people and all that. So all those attributes that you have, transferable skills, you can use those transferable skills. Only you need to be able to sell yourself just in case you are called for an interviews. Most of the time they ask you this question that why do you think you're suited for the job? You need to be able to sell yourself, why you can say I'm suited for this job. I've volunteered here, I have done this, or I've taken care of children, or I've taken care, because you are going to, or I've taken care of animals. You've taken care of animals in the rural areas or whatever, because there are some zoos here in UK which need charity workers, which means you're going to be working with animals. And one way or the other, most of us, we have brushed our shoulders with animals. I don't know that I should say brush shoulders, but we have had experience with animals, whether it's cows in the rural areas, whether it's what, you have had that experience. So those transferable skills are what you're going to use on your CV, right? Because it's not everyone. We all start from somewhere. We cannot always start with experience. You all start from somewhere. Please help a sister, send the link. My sister, she's in UK, wants to talk to you. And do you know any agent recruiting? If you are referring to charity work, like I've already said, I will post a video tomorrow which is going to give you details on how you can go about it. IELTS, no, IELTS is not needed. If already in the UK, can I apply for the charity worker visa? So people who are in the UK can apply for charity worker visa if you want to be a charity worker. The difference is the processing times. If you are applying from outside the UK, the processing time for the visa is 3 weeks. If you're applying from within the UK, the processing time for the visa is 8 weeks. That is where the difference is. If you are applying from outside UK, the visa route is faster. The processing time is only 3 weeks. If you're applying from within UK, it's 8 weeks. So you just have to wait 2 months before you are issued a visa. Whereas if you're outside the UK, you only have to wait for 3 weeks, then you are issued the visa. So that's where the difference is for someone who's within the UK and for someone who is outside the United Kingdom. Kulisi, we do not have time for ridiculous questions like the one that you've just asked. I'm sorry to say. Sissy, I don't see the description box. Please answer, where can I find it? So I'll update once I'm done with this video. The description box, you simple, what you call this, you press the title of the video, and once you press the title of the video, it will reveal the description box. And once the description box is revealed, you just tap more, and then it will show you everything. Theodore Mvura says, I'm a new nurse and currently on IT check, but don't know how you go to the UK. Please advise on which visa I can apply for. I am in Poland. If you are a new nurse and you are in Poland, it's very difficult to secure a job anywhere here in UK because the NHS has since stopped taking people from Poland. They were taking people from Poland easily, but they've since stopped taking people from Poland. So your best chance is getting a job in a care home. How do you go about it? If you're in Poland, you need to write your, you need to write your IELTS English test for you to be able to come and work in the United Kingdom. And you also you don't need to write your CBT, computer-based test, because you have started in a country which is abroad, which is recognized here in UK. So what you need is your IELTS for you to be able to get your job here in the UK. And once you have your IELTS, you can apply to any care home and relocate to UK. If you want to use an agent, just go on Facebook. The person who's been helping a lot of people locate from Poland is Joanne. Just go on Facebook and search for the name Joanne Ritchie. I'll repeat the name. Go on Facebook and search for the name Joanne Ritchie. She's a recruiter and she has been helping people from Poland. She's the one who has been bringing a lot of people to Northern Ireland from Poland. So if you can just reach out to her so that she helps you. Joanne Ritchie. Check her on Facebook. Once you just search on Facebook, she will automatically come. If an 18-year-old applies and qualifies, are they able to work and study part-time as well? If you are on this visa route, you are able to study here within the UK. So if you are able to study part-time, it's going to be difficult studying a part-time because most of the time you need to switch a visa. Because if you are on a child worker visa route, Yes, you can start it, but if you want to become a student, because 18-year-old who automatically want to become a student, you have to switch from a child worker visa route to a student visa. And you can switch. You can actually switch. You can work whether you're working for a year, and then after that year, you can actually switch and use a charity worker visa, a student visa. All right. Oh, you just came to we are talking of the charity work visa route, the one who's saying you've just come. All right. So guys, I'm just checking checking some of your questions, and our kids are allowed to come with the parents. Yes, if you look at the government website, they state that if they are eligible, they can come with their parents. And under the eligibility criteria for children, they actually say they have to be living under your roof. At the same time, they are not supposed to be married kids, because you find out that someone is a 17-year-old and they are already married, and then you say, I want to bring my child, but that 17-year-old is already married to a person. So as long as they are living with you, or if they are not living with you, they're at a boarding school or anything of that sort. If you are living with them, or you are not living with them, they're in a boarding school, you can bring them. And then they say if the child is in a boarding school, you have to provide a proof that they're in a boarding school, you are paying for their fees and all those things, and then the proof of their address and everything. So yes, children can come together with their parents. This visa route is an advantage, guys, because as you can hear me saying, if you come with your spouse, they can do whatever job that they want to do here in the United Kingdom. You understand? Whatever job, whether they want to be a data scientist, whether they want to be an engineer, whatever job they are qualified to do, they can come and do whatever job here in the United Kingdom. Whether your wife wants to come and work as a care assistant or whatever, if you are a man, your spouse can do whatever job. That is the advantage of this visa route. And your children can go to school for free. That's another advantage of this visa route. So I'm just checking for a few more questions, then that will be us done. We heard they stopped. Have they started? They never stopped. The child worker visa route has never been stopped. And the list of licensed sponsors for child worker visa was last updated just a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. That's when it was last updated. The 1,317 companies, that's when it was last updated. So they have not closed. This visa route was not closed. It is ongoing. And as you will see tomorrow, as I share organizations with future hiring, you see that there are organizations which are clearly stating that we have opened this visa route and we are now hiring from overseas. You understand? I don't know why today's video has got so many social media trolls. It's unfortunate that if you come here to be a social media troll, you are just wasting your time, because whatever you comment that you put there, which is nasty, it does not affect me in any way, because it's not going to change me in any way, or it's not going to change who I am. If you don't like me, you just switch off and go and watch whatsoever you are interested in. Do not come and troll here. Someone is asking if, because I've got a gap in between my teeth, they're asking if I use a mattress to floss. Isn't that a ridiculous question to ask? No, I don't use a mattress to floss. And if you talk too much, I'll bite you with my gap. That's it. So guys, any more questions? Any links for caregiving jobs with visa sponsorship, or any recruiting agencies from Malawi that you know? Well, I would have to do a separate video. Yes, there are companies which are offering a visa sponsorship. There are new companies which are offering visa sponsorship for carers, but it has to be a separate video from this one. I can't go into details. I can't remember them offhand, but I know that there are quite a number which are looking for carers from overseas. And if that's something that you're interested, just let me know, and I'll do a video on that and I'll post. Yeah. Help with CV preparation. Send a kiss to my friend. I don't know, today's life is got funny characters. I would love to apply for farm job. What is the skill needed for someone to work as a farm worker? You need to have experience to work as a farm worker, because experience is because you are not the only one who's applying. You're going to be applying with people who've got experience in the field. So if you have got experience, whether it's in picking fruits, whether it's looking after cattle, whether it's milking cows and things like that, then you can apply for a farm worker jobs. Or if you have transferable skills, you can apply for farm worker jobs. I have IELTS already and spoke to her, and she said they want carers only. How about MMA? MMA is the same thing. People from Poland are at a disadvantage these days, because MMA will tell you that they need you to have experience. And if you're coming from Poland, you're coming straight from school, you do not have experience. So that's where the problem is. And that is where the problem was with NHS. That's why they stopped taking people from Poland. So what people have been doing, in case you need that experience, people have been moving from Poland to Malta. They move from Poland to Malta to go and work for a few months in Malta, whether it's 6 months in Malta or 1 year in Malta. And then you can relocate straight from Malta to the NHS, because you don't have experience, NHS will not take you. Recruiters like MMA, you don't have experience, they will not take you. So you can go and gain experience in Malta, and once you gain experience in Malta, you can then relocate to the United Kingdom. Okay, guys, so this is information that I wanted to share with you. So if you know people who might be interested in this opportunity, guys, or if you gained any value from this video, kindly like this video and also share it with your friends and your relatives, so that they can also benefit from this opportunity, so that they can also apply and come and work in the UK as volunteers, and then they can bring their family, and their children can come and be educated here in UK, and their spouses can come and work here in the United Kingdom. If you don't have any more questions, guys, this is all that I wanted to share with you. I'll just check for 1 or 2 more questions, and if that's it, that will be a wrap. All right, so the rest of the links I'm going to leave in the description box, guys. And I'm also going to do a video for tomorrow, which is going to give you all the details on how you can apply to child worker jobs, how you can navigate, which companies are hiring. I will not share all the companies which are hiring, but I'll give you an example, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 companies. I'm going to give you an example so that you have an idea of what you are expected, so that you know what you are supposed to be doing for you to be able to get these charity worker jobs in the United Kingdom. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming and joining me on this live. If you don't have any more questions, do like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss tomorrow's video and you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. All right, I'll answer one individual because I've seen civil engineer, looking for construction jobs in civil engineering. Civil engineering, anything to do with engineering, even here in Northern Ireland, there are plenty of jobs, because those are high in demand jobs with few people competing for those jobs. So If you want a civil engineering job, there are plenty plus here in the United Kingdom. There are no people applying to these jobs. All you need to do is to meet the eligibility criteria and apply. I was checking just last week, Northern Ireland has got so many jobs which are not filled for engineers. All sorts of engineers are needed here in UK. All sorts of engineers are needed world over. New Zealand needs engineers. Australia needs engineers. So Ireland needs engineers. France needs engineers. What you call this? Luxembourg, engineers are needed everywhere. So you not fail to get a job under engineering as long as you meet the eligibility criteria and you have relevant experience. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.